Today is a Women's Day, and I tell everyone, as we promised, this week has been a week, or it's still a week, ongoing with activities of women, and marking today, the 8th of March, and it's International Women's Day. And everyone is today visiting the CEO, ALED Foundation Uganda, Mr. Mugabe. Mr. Mugabe is very much known in the rights and activities of women. And for so many times, we've seen him trying to raise up whenever women are affected one or another. Mr. Mugabe, most welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm so grateful to be here once again talking about the issues of women because today is a special day, as called Special Day to Women, as we are looking at women celebrating their achievements and the barriers they have overcome, and also the spaces they have conquered, which never used to be according to the cultural barriers we've been having. But I'm so grateful that today we are going to talk about the journey women have gone through and what we have done as the organization, and also looking at the barriers which we want to confront in the next frontier.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Mugabe. Mr. Mugabe, we're very sorry, first of all, we host a woman to take us through, but unfortunately, do you have gender balance at your office or at the
Uh,
ALED?
yeah, our rationale is capability, but we also consider that women are very key. And women who are able, we don't have women because of gender balance, we have women because they can work, they can perform. They are high performers. So that one brings them to work with us, and they also contribute to the organization.
Okay, thank you so much. Today this is a week for women, and we've seen some women struggling to do quite a lot of changes to our community, and actually the key pillars that are vanguards to the development process of this community. Basically, yes. As the ALED, what do you have when it comes to empowerment and the women in this particular community and development of this nation at large?
Yeah, thank you very much, the moderator. I would like to start by saying that as we are looking at the Women Week, which we are in, we should also understand that women are human beings. When we have human rights, they should be human rights. We have a challenge in community that as people and the society is being constructed into interest groups, and privileges, laws, and policies are being advocated in terms of those special interest group. Yet, personally, and as Ali, we believe we are all human. Gender or sex is not something which should influence or should create discrimination. But as allied, we are so grateful that our journey has been a journey of breaking barriers which have been hindering women to, first of all, to go into enterprise, to start business. And we have made sure that since we started, we are able to work with other organizations to bring capital closer to the women. Because in our community, we have many women in the informal sector. Many women are working in stores, they sell vegetables, they have restaurants and so forth. But capital has been in the city or has been away from them. And most of the capital we've been having is the banking, which has many documentation and paperwork. But we've been able, and I would like to testify that we have managed for some women to bring cheaper capital to them, and they have started business. If you go on that Chuaf Road or in here, you will find some of the women who appreciate our work and what we've done to them. Another thing is that in our community, we have been having a challenge of land where many women have been losing their husband, but whenever their husband leave, then relatives and other people come at the altar of the women not being part of the blood, and then they take away the property. We have steered a struggle on that and advocacy, and many of them have been at least able to get what they're entitled to.
That's good. That's good. Now, Mr. Mugabe,
Yeah.
I understand you are one of the founders of Uganda Chamber of Commerce,
Yeah.
Entebbe branch.
Yeah.
And currently, I hear that you have a microcredit at RD Center, I Foundation offices. And recently, I've been told that the president of the president of Uganda Chamber of Commerce Central Branch is a woman,
Yeah.
and it's still fronted there. What did you look at in that arena of bringing a woman into leadership of such a big organization in Entebbe?
Yeah, I didn't. First of all, I didn't front her, but this is.
But we hear that you had the hand in there.
No, I don't have, and I will talk about the Chamber of Commerce is governed by the Constitution, and its election is free to every gender. You come and contest if you have ability. The people who have subscribed the business to be members, they form the constituents which elect different offices. And the person I talked to, the person who has now become the president of the chamber, Madame Rhoda Tumsime, High Excellency, she has been an ambassador for over 20 years, has been in the diplomatic world. She's one of the finest economists we have in Uganda, development economists. She has designed programs which are developed even the government of Uganda to make comprehensive policies as far as development is concerned, foreign aid is concerned, and the other FDI incentives in this country. She runs a very many businesses. She's an able woman. So she took that position not because she's a woman, but she deserves, she has ability. And people saw what she can do and the change she can bring. And as you've said, I see it is not a success because she's a woman, but it's a success because she has come with a long term experience, opportunities, network, and also the business knowledge. And we know very well that if there is anything which has shifted and changed the lives of people from the kitchen to the offices to the market, it has been businesses. And that one should be appreciated that the market or the business has done a lot to give women dignity more than any other thing. And this is a woman who is coming and she has been in that field and she's in, and she wants to see that not only the women but the community lift people so that they can have at least life which brings dignity. They can be able to contribute to their welfare, contribute to the livelihood at home, maybe take children and study when it comes to school fees, tuition. So that's a vast experience the president of the Chamber of Commerce is coming up with. But I will also talk about our work with the Chamber of Commerce.
Before you go there, how would you find her in our operations, her works? How does she perform into, in this particular Chamber of Commerce?
She is barely 2 months in the office. But first of all, she has been able to put up institutions to institutionalize this great platform of advocacy for free enterprise for businesses. And that's something which the chamber has been in need of, because right now she has made sure that there is departmentalization. There is a department which is going to look at policy. There is a department which is going to look at marketing. There is a department which is going to look at innovation. There is a department which is going to look at ICT and also attracting businesses towards that. But she's also looking at now, as a city of Entebbe, how are we going to position the city of Entebbe using the platform of the chamber? How will the voice of the women who are in business be seen, counted, and also reacted to in terms of maybe ALED, in terms of support, in terms of also widening the market? So I've liked and I have hope that many of us and other organizations should take advantage and work with the chamber, because the leader of the chamber is a person who wants to see that our community moves from where it is to progress to the level where everyone would be proud that I can earn something if I give value.
Fantastic. Yes, thank you so much, indeed. But still, I need to find out a lot more from you, because this is being a Women's Day. Don't you think that women are cheated because they have one day in a year?
Women what about the other days? Are they not existing?
But for it's maybe for men.
For me, I would say this open. I don't want to promote Women's Day or celebrate it, because every day I celebrate the contribution of, first of all, my wife and many other mothers there. Every day I see women going to the market. That should be celebrated every day. Every day I see food coming to the plates because of a woman and other men who have also entered there. But there is no day where we don't have the impact of the women or the contribution. Having a Women's Day uh, as a day, it is one of the way women are cheated, because these other days, the 360, was it 364 days? What are they for? Are they for men? But we all coexist. So women should not be recognized in terms of a day, because today government is going to spend money celebrating. But women should be recognized by opening up space. And in that space, women should be free to offer or to give and be what they want to be. We don't need to design a day, because that's what our parliament did wrong. Our constitution consider women as special interest groups. People have been, the society has been constructed with what we call affirmative action, which has lenses that some people in the community are weaker than the other. And that's where the notion of Women's Day here is there is a misconception. People are celebrating Women's Day as people who are vulnerable. There is no, we all say we are human beings, and we are all born with abilities which do not differ. What a man can do, a woman can do it. If men don't have Men's Day like celebrated, then why are women given? Are they vulnerable? Are they not recognized? Are they special interest groups? So we must break this affirmative action, because it is an injustice towards women. They are looked at as vulnerable people who need more extra effort. And even when you look at the university, women are considered inferior. They are given some 1.5 and some extra point. Why? Because they think they don't equate, they are not equal before, in terms of capacity, in terms of thinking, which is wrong. Women are given special position, that women counselor and so forth. Why? Because they think this is a part of humanity which is weaker, it needs to be lifted. And then what are we getting? We are getting women feeling entitled. We are entering an era of entitlement. Because you're a woman, I'm entitled to have this and this. And it is, what is it doing to the community? It is weakening the creatures which would be stronger than even men.
Fantastic. Mr. Mugabe, thank you so much indeed for that insight. But still, a while ago, I came in here and interviewed over something that was very touching. That was it was a matter of women and children, whereby some land of a particular family was being grabbed off by some politicians and other clan members, of which you really took in a very good stand to make sure that these people are able to get their what belong to them. That is, tell me about succession in this community, and how have you really helped women to at least have a fair judgment in this when it comes to succession of family property?
Yeah, one of our current program, uh, which we call property rights program in this community, where we are looking at the rights of women and orphans to own and also have succession rights to the property, is one of the projects which I would like to say for the last 2 years has given us
Mileage.
A mileage is there, but also has given us a sense of contribution to the community, has made us proud of touching where many people have failed to touch, has made us proud of breaking barriers which have been living in community and staying with for so long, breaking barriers which has put women as second citizen as compared to other people. Let me talk about the land issue here and the experience we've got. We talked about those families, but there are many. And right now we have also another case study we are taking at the moment where women have been taken advantage of like that. Uh, in our country, we have a problem which stems from the culture, the history, the ancestry, and the culture we have, where we used to live in a paternalistic kind of community where men were the custodian of everything, where every property good and any kind of valuable thing, it felt more safer in the hands of a man than a woman. And this is what brought us today, what we have in the community. Some people, irrespective of education, they believe that a girl should not be entitled to any property. Why? Because they believe a girl has no lineage from his father. A girl is there waiting to be taken by a man. And when it's taken by that man, it is that man to make sure that he supports. It's just a matter of taking care, but not owning anything. And even where many women have been left with property, uh, the relatives who are men and others, they have connived and come and say, you don't deserve. This is not what you are entitled to. You've brought a very good case where a parent got only a girl as only living what? Successor. And that parent, Baruch, agreed that all my property should go to my daughter because that's the person in my lineage. And that's a choice this father, the late, made consciously. And after leaving the property and the land, then people went into debate. This girl died.
When you talk to people, which people are you talking about?
I would say, okay, the relatives went to debate and they said, no, this is ours. It's not entitled to be for this woman because she's a woman. How can our brother leave the property to the woman? Because they said if he leaves it to a woman, it has gone to another blood. That's what they thought. And even by blood, the girl was related to this. And when the girl passed away, all the property she was owning was left in the hands of the children who were the grandchildren of Baluku. But then still problem came in, people had to raise up and they convinced the village council, the leadership of the village, basing on the issue of discriminatory, that a woman should not be able to take property and succeed.
Was it convincing or conniving still?
I would say the village, according to them, they said they were convinced. I don't want to use the word conniving. They were convinced, and even they also made it a defense that women, these children, are children belonging to the woman, not a man. So this property is not there. They should go and look for their father. So we have a challenge in succession, right? Though the constitution is very clear now, a girl is also supposed to succeed, but there is culture which brings some laws into conflict. And this, I don't fight culture, I love culture, but also there are values, universal values, which culture should reflect. The value of owning something, the value of having your individual liberty, and the value of also being able to succeed or being able to get something if you are given, you should be able to receive it and own it. So, as ALED, I would like to say on that matter that we invite even the community. We invite the community and everyone to our educational programs, and also women. We have designed programs to educate women on their rights, land rights, and even the law. We are working with the Uganda Law Society and the Rule of Law Club of Entebbe to continue educating thousands of women here to understand so that they don't fall victim because of the ignorance. Then also the orphans, because that component brings in the orphan. The problem today we have in our community is that orphans are being played on and taken advantage of. Using, I would say this looking straight in the camera, using the councils, the village councils, I would give an example without fear of favor that in this village where we are in, Lugonjo village, the leadership has been used in so many events to take away what belongs to orphans. And even they sell it, and even other people just grab it.
But I think the word using should be a limit.
Hmm?
You should look at a suitable word. It shouldn't be conniving.
Okay, yeah,
They
conniving.
have been conniving.
There, I would say it
Yeah,
should be
using
conniving.
is slightly lighter than conniving.
Okay, there's been
Okay,
that conniving.
that's okay, Mr. Mugabe. We will have very small time for you today. We are winding up. I want you to tell us something special about ALED and women's rights. And what are you trying to touch on right now? Because we see so many wives, so many younger men, and I mean, so many younger women who just they are being deprived of their rights. What do you have like a program for women in this particular community, especially, so that they can be able to know? Because at least you talked about one important thing, information. It's very
The educational program.
Yes. What have you so far done, and how many so far have you touched?
Yeah, one of our policy, you know very well, that in this community and even in Uganda, Action for Liberty and Economic Development do a great role. We take a responsibility of advocating. We advocate for a space in the market. And there is no one, I speak this, who is going to change the lives of women when the market is restricted. There is no entry into the market. That one, you cannot transform the lives of women. What have we done? You remember that we have been having, and we are still having, some markets around Entebbe. We are making sure that the laws and the rules and regulations in the marketplaces should not deter women to exercise their entrepreneurship. We have been having women flooding this place when it comes to the Chitoro new market, that modern market. When women have been saying that we have been left out, we have been not given a space. ALED has been a voice which has caused even some meeting. And up to today, at least we are having, at least now, a leeway that women who have been working in the market should take an opportunity to get their right of being there, and should not have a person coming and buy their rights. Today we are having people who have money. They are coming and then say, can I buy the right of this one in the market? We have been an advocate of that. We have written to different offices saying that this should not be done like that. Another thing, we have also had trainings which are going on. Bookkeeping. We don't have here, I have some books there, but we have been training women who in business how to
keep
make
records.
simple keep records. The record keeping, that's simple one.
Because that's very, very key.
Yeah.
In a business.
Yeah. How much profit you make, what you have to do, and then also some simple market promotion. How do you treat your customers? Those are simple programs being doing. But then also what we are doing, one of our program, which is also very key, is to see that women can be able to get capital. By capital, I don't mean that we get money, a lot of money, and give it to women.
Do you give women money?
We work with other organizations. We've been working with Positive Debt.
Because I heard you talking about
microcredit.
Do you give money to women to go and work?
Through our partner, we've been extending microcredits to women who are in entrepreneurship. And
what's the success of this?
The success, I would say, it's 65%, because when COVID came in, we realized many defaulters. I think there's a lot of money which is still in women, because we saw COVID putting their businesses down, and we cannot, because these were loans given to them without too much interest or a big interest, and then we never worked so much on surety and collateral security. but it was justification that COVID destroyed their businesses. So we still have those effects, post-COVID effects. So that's also a program which has been here, and we have got many people despite. Lastly, on that, which is very key, is to educate the women about human rights, not women's rights,
Human rights.
human rights. The challenge of our country is not youth rights, women rights, but it is human rights. Women are human beings. They need a right to make a choice. I should marry so and so. They need a right to be what they want. Their decision must be counted. When it comes to election, they should be able to vote. When they come to also contesting, the women should have that.
But we have at least, for example, Entebbe has got such a very good bit, for example. Her Excellency, the President of Entebbe Chamber of Commerce, she's a woman.
She's a woman.
And then we have the Municipal Council Speaker, she's a woman, and a woman with some disability.
Yeah.
So that notice that women are having a very big role in the politics, and at any point in time,
Yeah.
the biggest number of councillors in Entebbe are women at all levels, from L3 to LC4. They are women. That's the biggest percentage.
I would like to tell you that most of the councillors we have in the council, they came because of affirmative action. I don't know, in this village, we don't have any woman who has contested for a position which is not affirmative and is there in the council. It is not there. The next village, it is the same. Why are women not able to contest and compete with men should be the question. That's a space we must navigate. We must make sure that women should not be unrepresented to compete with women only. Women are now more stronger, but then the society has not understood what women are. They can even run for presidency, and we've seen some examples. So what I would like to say is that the space for human rights is still a challenge in our country.
Great.
And it's affecting more the women, because we have seen that the right to succession, the right to own property is still being abused. We have seen that women are still victims of working at night. The night economy is more risky to women than men. Why? Because
The weaker.
the law does not give the right to good security. We don't have to program security for women, but we have to make sure there is a right to security,
which is universal.
And when we have that, women will also succeed and spontaneously grow as another human being.
Okay, Mr. Mugabe, this is a special day for women. And as you're winding down, what message do you have to carry forward for the women out there who are watching Entebbe One?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for all those women who are, I know there are many outside and here in Uganda. Today, being a woman is not the only day for the women. Every day is an opportunity for every person to become, to be counted, and also to change the status quo. So I just tell the women that believe in yourself. There are three fundamental aspects we always cherish as an organization, individually, but every woman should understand that God gave her, we call them inalienable rights, rights which cannot be taken away by a man. The right to live, the right to life, that is it, happiness is very also key. That right should not be taken away. And you should be able to defend it. If we cannot defend that right, then we exist to be human beings with dignity. Second, in our creation, everyone is born unique. Whether woman, youth, or what, you have that uniqueness in you, and that uniqueness makes a difference. Utilize the uniqueness and create value, and that value can be exchanged. What we need to live in a society where everyone can earn from his or her sweat. What you produce gives you life, because it is bought, it's exchanged with value. That's another thing. Then Another aspect we would look at is the aspect of the civil society. Civil society, I mean living in a society where you cannot easily be taken off advantage by the powerful or the so-called rich or those who have power. We need to stand and raise our voice to build a strong civil society, a society where we disagree to agree, a society where one can live in a different way, where we don't all have to live equally. And that is a society which will give the women today, as I speak, to be part of that human community which is flourishing and which is growing. Last but not least, it's the issue of property. It's very key to the women. Women property is one means of, I would say, counting, calculating, and evaluating what we have done and what kind of wealth have you produced, because wealth sometimes is in property. You must support the struggle, or struggle may sound revolutionary, but you must support the call for strengthening and even reforms, ensuring that there is reforms which categorically and clearly explain the role of the women in succession, and also your right to be able to own, transfer, and also exchange land.
Okay. Okay. Dear viewers of the TV One, he's still Mr. Mugabe. He's the CEO ALED Foundation, and he's actually on a number of boards within Entebbe. Thank you so much for coming and honoring our invitation. It has been your host Samuel Watambira. So those who are watching us away from Uganda, really thank you so much. Thank you so much indeed. Those who are in Zambia, watching us in Southern Sudan, South Africa, UK, those are in the Netherlands, those are in USA. Keep watching, keep watching. Kenya, Ugandans, please keep watching this, keep viewing, keep commenting, and keep liking. Thank you so much indeed, Mr. Mugabe, for coming and honoring our invitation. And thank you so much for the good message to the women out there. I haven't heard you commenting about it, saying much about your wife. Aren't you not married?
Yeah, I'm married, and my wife, she's at least known because of the events we've been in. But I would like also to send her my regards, that I'm so grateful for the care she gives me. And I'm also happy to have a very loving, beautiful, innovative woman alongside me here. And I send the love and all the kudos for her. I love you. And
okay, thank you so much indeed. Has been Mr. Mugabe or here at ARID, and this is the TV One. Keep watching us. Thank you so much indeed. Have a great day. Mr. Stewart, thank you so much for good work on the camera there. Thank you so much, and TV One.